Hi guys, and welcome to Cat Tarot. I have a few announcements to make. Last Sunday, I have reached 500 subscribers milestone, and I did test the live sessions and it worked. And a few of you who kind of like got a really quick message, did jumped on, did get their questions asked, so everything worked really well. So next live session is on Friday, March the 3rd at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please join in and prepare your questions. I'll see you there. Now this brings me to basically an issue of subscription, so please subscribe and you can join me on a Facebook as well. So you're going to get a notification when is the next live session. So just if I have time, I can just send this notification, and if you have time, you can join in. Link for Facebook is in the description, so check it out there. And last announcement, I promise there are two current specials. You can get yes or no questions and I can turn it around right away, basically the same day. It's only $10. Please check my website how to get it, or look up on Facebook, Cat Tarot News, and let's go from there. And again, for you new guys, new subscribers, like how it really works, your engagement is going to reward you by actually getting your basically horoscope sign out first. So by clicking subscribe, like, by sharing, by leaving comments, you actually are placing yourself in a position. So this week, Libra, Pisces, Aries, Sagittarius, and Gemini are getting extended horoscope. So without further ado, let's start. Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your weeklies, March 1st to March 7th. But before I start, a question: how come you're not on the list? How come you're not winning gold, silver, or bronze this week? I have to say I'm very surprised, but I think I know what's going on here. So let's go right into it. So base card here, Fire Queen. You guys, the world underneath. What basically this means is that you feel that you're out of your element and that you were trying to be somebody you're not. This Fire Queen kind of shares many things that Scorpios are, kind of like sexy, charismatic, knows how to kind of like have fun. But like with Fire Queen, it's all on the outside most of the time. It's a very capable person, but it moves super, super fast. Scorpios are more a Queen of Cups, where like when you really want to meet somebody emotionally, you want to meet on that soul level. If person doesn't want to go deep, deep, deep with you and bare your soul, you're not interested. This is surface. This is really how you felt that you had to be, and this was kind of like coming to the end of pretending. Let's say you've been going through some kind of pretending. So what's the starting point for you? You have like two basically emotional cards. Look at this. Blue is emotional. Look at how much blue we have. And what are two beautiful cards. You have 6 of C and then you have 10 of C. So what do they have in common? Like they have like enjoyment. Look at this. It's a massive kind of like dwelling on whatever you find the comfort. You have here, you have cats sharing family life, crawling all over you, enjoying yourself, being here with your partner, with your kids. So it's kind of like a picture of the ultimate cat family happiness. So here is like a father and mother with the kittens, and look, there is a little fish coming on, like, I mean, it's basically just showing that even with the enemy, right now you want to feel in harmony. Because you guys have been going through some rough times. In fact, you are still kind of like bringing that past here, and this is that ultimate kind of like 6 of C. Look at how much of water you have. That this is like still in your psyche. You're still feeling it, and even when you look up, like you sort of like take these things from the past and you see that they're much bigger or better than they actually really were. The reminiscing is like literally the flavor of the day for you guys, but at the same time you realize, what, you don't want to have this energy, and you're moving to the energies that you feel. Because for a while, all signs had kind of these different energies. Oh my gosh, you have like, see Tom here as well. So what did you bring to this week? You brought 4 of Earth. 4 of Earth was complete lack of playfulness. And right, like you felt guarded, you felt you want to keep what you have, you kind of like are going to keep it close to your heart. But what's the point of having all these toys if you're going to play with them? They basically have no purpose. And in your case, like you just like felt that somebody kind of like messed up things for you, that your life is like not there anymore. Like it's just like the shelter is no longer there. And maybe you broke up with someone. Maybe this kind of can be a divorce as well. So it was something heavy, 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 heavy thing, which kind of like brought you all these thoughts. Nine of Sky. This is kind of like that mental torment where, look, you're like looking at predators. Like you were watching your back, you were watching your front. Look at this, like, I mean, demon, like spitting fire. Like, I mean, there is like a dog and the birds and the snakes and the bugs, like everything is literally kind of like you feel would be something that would harm you. So, but good news, it is in the past. Even though you have a little bit of the torment, you have a Five of Sky here because you actually do feel this way. You know what? I'm missing one card. I'm just noticing this. So, okay, that's easy. That's level 4. And then this one will come here. Okay, we still didn't get there. 5, 6, 7. And then this one on the top would be 8. Okay. That's actually even better. I actually like this better. So, what is right here that you have? So right is that next emotional card, and we are dealing with Five of Sky. And Five of Sky is let's say victory. Let's say victory. But like this is the story, right? Like, I mean, you have the kitty trying to get a shelter. You have somebody who is coming with a hat in hand, or not necessarily, but just like wants to be part of something, right? But look, I mean, the other kitties don't think so. Like, I mean, even though there are 3 of them, they can outpower this kitty anytime. They just don't want him or her. So somebody maybe just like here is leaving you out in the cold, or you have this whole feeling that the whole world is against you. But the truth is, maybe you really don't belong there in a good way. Maybe, they saved you from something really bad. Maybe look at this. Do you really want to be a part of this kind of like cat clan that is like so obnoxious and rude? So there is like a little bit of disconnect here. Like, I mean, this is like what you feel you want to get, and this is what you're dealing with. But maybe it's just like kind of like self-warning about it, because like you have this sky basically cards mirroring your basically water cards. And the lesson for the week is literally that, to actually learn how to be playful again. Because I think over the past while, going through all this, going through that Nine of Sky and going through that Five of Sky, gave you lots of mental energy. Scorpios, like, look at this. You're going from water to sky, from water like all the way on the bottom to all the way on the top. So you're going like from love to hate, from hate to love. And it was like rinse and rinse and rinse. Like, literally, look at this. Even here, like, I mean, see, Tom, this is your lesson. And here it is like, okay, how do I ground myself? So like almost like on this cross, you have everything. But the key lesson is like, oh my God, you have to lighten up. You have to get this energy going, because it literally doesn't matter what's been going on. What it does matter is that you need to get a grip. And when you do it, literally doors open. Literally. I actually told you that like a month ago. And I was telling this to my clients 2-3 months ago. Like, I mean, please let go of that relationship. It doesn't serve a function. You are like somebody who you're not. And actually I've seen this kind of like Fire Queen inversed. But they didn't listen. They would fight for their mate, so they called it, and so here we are, 3 months later. Like now, like they're just about to have it. And I thank you guys. This is what you're doing. This is how you see yourself. You see this passion, right? So you learn good parts of passion here, what you want, what you don't want. But here is a fire that you are willing to ignite, right? So here was the reminiscing on something, or maybe trying to still think if you can make it out with this like old partner or somebody that you had issues with, and hoping that with this person you can have this like wonderful home. And this is now 10, and 10 is kind of like you're reaching the point to either move ahead or to kind of start all over. So we do have this new start over here. Not necessarily with that person, but this is something fiery. And this is like water and fire. Again, interesting. My dear Scorpio, are you again going in the direction you don't want to go with? Fire is not your element, right? You are that proverbial eagle. You're like, phoenix. Okay, Phoenix would represent fire, I would say that. So maybe that's what it means. Like you're kind of like raising off the ashes. It's not so much that you will do this fire element, but you know what? Maybe that's exactly what it is. You kind of like feel that something inside of you died and that it took so much away from you. It took that playfulness away from you. Just like your personality just got stripped down to the basics. And as much as you wanted, you were still being somebody else. That's what it is. So right now, like you are actually coming to you and you're feeling it and you're not allowing this destiny to step on you because you understand your mind is kind of like playing games with you. So what is on the outside? How people see you? Really good news. They see you as the cat. Look, it's a new garden. The kitty just got to a new home. Everything is so interesting. So that's proverbial fool card, meaning starting in a new direction. Again, it's a confirmation. Something is new happening. It's happening on a level that you're actually discovering yourself and you're really charging in a direction. So this is the proverbial, you know what? Travel light. Be open to new experiences. They are going to be both good and bad. What is really bad about this card is that you are discarding the past. The past is over. Like, this is not going to be the ex-partner, absolutely. So you were reminiscing about this ex-partner. Sorry if this is a bad news, but this is really the best for you. So you were trying and hoping for this happiness. You see these blue cards? But look at this. The sunshine is coming from here. And like, looking at these cards. Literally looking in this direction. So you're going to have something completely newborn from it. And, you know, even though you're leaving these parts that you kind of like, so, like, I mean, with so much love, remember, you're also leaving the parts about the same kind of issues with Nine of Sky, with these tormenting thoughts, and with Five of Sky, with, you know, continuous like struggle. Maybe you were in a three-party relationship. I think this is what I've seen for you in the past. And it was like that mental torment that you couldn't take, that you always felt you were against somebody else. Like, I mean, I don't know, five. Did you have four people you had to deal with? Like, I mean, I don't know, like if it was a third party and maybe the whole family was third party, or you're like fighting with your own family, with your own kids. It could be many aspects that actually kind of like coming from all the sides, just like in this, because thoughts are really, really kind of like can do the number of us. Because that's what they say, like you think positive to get ahead, thoughts are kind of creating a reality. So the cat can give you a new beginning, but it comes with the catch. You have to travel lightly, meaning you cannot bring this partner and baggage and everything. Literally here is asking you, it's like immigrating to a new country. Please take one suitcase, nothing else. What is important to you? So that's a good question. What is important to you, Scorpio? Are you going to be open to all experiences and see that maybe something new will be found? Or are you going to stick to your old things and do it? And I have a feeling you are still going through sticking to the old things, because here you have Seven of Sky, another sky card, another sky card in a row. So we had 9, 5, and 7, all cards of instability. So what do we see here in the card? We have like two cats. One is taking the probably hours of work to get the little mouse from the other cat that did manage to catch it before him or her. And this cat is distracted with, oh my gosh, look what's going on with the blackbirds. Oh my gosh, the birds. Oh my gosh, so now my cat is going to probably come over here. So, what's happening? Are you the thief? Or are you the one who's just like completely distracted and that somebody took something away from you? So ultimately, this is a card of betrayal. You either betrayed yourself, you didn't look all the details, or somebody betrayed you. So this is your fears and hopes. So this is why I know that you are still dealing with the old issues. And like, that's nothing wrong about it. And again, you're dealing with that on the intellectual level. Your level where you feel comfortable is this emotion. Look at this. You have a top on your head is emotion, and here is the grounding. Perfect. But here, everything here is like a thought process that is happening, even though in your heart you want it to be deep and warm and caring, and it's like not that way. You know, you just have to resist this challenge, because that's a challenge for you. Basically, destiny is asking you, are you ready to move on? Should I bring you this new mate? Because like there are like a few more steps after the cat, after finally deciding to start new. Then you basically have to gather yourself and kind of figure out how to do it, and kind of like see what on the outside you have to do, what on the inside you have to do, how to be nourishing and how to be nurtured yourself, how to, you know, not to be too controlling and yet to have a control over your life. And then also, what is the outcome you want about this relationship? And only then the Lover's card appear. So there are those lessons that need to do. And like right now, this week, March 2017, March 1st, you're starting that. Scorpio, you are given another opportunity to move on, right? But you are going to be tested. It sounds to me, because it's such a strong sign, you'll be tested many times, because the outcome of the week is another test. It's one test that you failed last week that brought you here, and now you have another test that is asking you, how will you do? So here you have Earth Thumb, somebody who has to be really caring about their kids, and we all think we are like the best mothers that we can ever be, of course, or you know, the best friend, etc. But this is not necessarily the case. You kind of like refuse to play with people, and right now it looks like you're going to care about yourself. So these are your lessons for this week, Scorpio. But I want to actually obtain a little bit more information and entice you to share and subscribe and like. But I still think that overall you are kind of moving slightly ahead, because you're getting to, let's say, testing stage. You know, in the programming world, you get to the testing stage. That means 90% of things are done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull a few cards. Let's see what I want to see the tormenting issues here. Let's see this Five of Sky, because this is right here. So what is this Five of Sky as a message? Who is winning or who is losing, and why? Five of Sky for Scorpio. Oops. Oops. Bother. Another one. Okay. What did we get? We got the Soldier, Sweetheart, and Thief. But you were reversed. So there are secrets that are not privy to you that turn your world upside down, and you feel that's why you didn't receive the closure. Remember, we're talking about in your monthly about that. And by the way, on mental level, I think you guys are going to win hands down. But this, on a mental level, we're talking about, you know, closure. That people don't have to give you closure, but you can give it to yourself. There are a million and one ways, from therapy to reading books to coming to me for a reading, and then actually give information to what basically you want to hear. No, I'm not telling you what is not in the cards, but like information that you would like to know from the person who basically had issues with. So here it says there were secrets in the fights, and you lost, and like your whole world was turned upside down. It was just like not a good. It's not a good situation. You're still feeling it. Let's see these emotions, because it's standing out here that you so want to go back to that loving place. What is this for Scorpio? Please tell me about all these cups. Again. Okay, Scorpios. I asked for all the cups. And look, the love brought you misfortune. This is like really alarming card in this deck. It is talking about, it's just like Tower in this one. Only thing, the shakedowns are really more difficult. So like all these emotions that you are like right now still dealing with, as much as like you like them and like to lose themselves, they're burning you down. These emotions is yeah, you're trying to connect to someone on an emotional level, and they are not connecting with you. They're literally like disconnecting with you. You're being playful, you're doing everything, but it looks like they don't want to play with you. Not you with them, but they don't want to play with you. Because I see it here. Like literally, there is a disaster happening, and this like one, we are moving on with this disaster where you kind of still feel like your whole world has been upside down. So this whole emotions brought you like complete destruction, right? You kind of got either burned inside of the building, or kind of like you're going to burn very soon. And this is really happening. Maybe it's that final kind of like thing before the fire is being off, because the still fire is burning, or maybe it's burning for someone. Then, there is a gift and there is money. So both of them spell money. So you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. It could be that you might be kind of negotiating, separation from someone or divorce. And like, I mean, this is like you're going at the same time through a whole bunch of like, I mean, legal issues and paperwork while you're dealing with all these emotions and wondering, why am I doing this? I want this to work out. Like, why am I even doing this? And then, maybe trying to postpone it, right? Because like this is inverse. But this is also card of secrets. It's not only money. It's not only things that you're trying to share or divide, or memories of the things that you guys had, like sort of like good times. Because these are good times. This is also a proverbial 10 of But here is like basically uh, creating bad memories. You just don't even at some point go there. You'll feel like you're going to lose yourself, because they're still secrets. Again, like, didn't we not have a secret? We had a soldier. It's a military. It's a secret here. Money. Why is this a secret? Look, you have a room with a safe. But this safe doesn't contain only money. It contains the books. It contains a whole bunch of other stuff. And ultimately, it's going to get closed. And you will really know what's inside of it. So it is a secret. And even now, we don't know what is inside of these books and this kind of like bags. So, yeah, it is that whole nostalgia thing that is going on here for you. So now let me see, what is this moving on? The cat part. Come on, the cat part for Scorpio. What is this, the cat part, going to bring? There we go. The cat part. Despair, inversed. Life, and prison, inversed. Okay, so let me see this both for singles and for people in her relationship. For singles people, you're leaving behind this. This is the same card. Jealousy, Nine of Sky, mental torment. Only thing here is like more on emotional level. Literally, you feel like shooting yourself. You're like desperate. You just kind of, okay, let me get over with it. I cannot handle it anymore. But at the same time, look, he's supporting himself. He's looking for support. It's almost like a veiled threat, like just to get attention. And this is basically what it's telling you. You're not going to care about getting attention anymore, because you know who you are, and you feel that you have been kept in kind of like self-imposed prison of being with this person, or being like, I mean, thinking about inadequate thoughts, or tormenting yourself that way. And you want to come to who you are. You want to feel rebirth, freshness again, right? For ultimately, also, you want to be this mate for people kind of look up to. So for the people who are in a relationship or who are married, this means that you right now feel that certain aspects of yourself have to be kind of like lost. You literally feel that you have to entirely focus to your relationship. So you are the someone who actually didn't have problems with relationship, but sort of like had more or less problems centering herself. And how do I know that? Like, you see this vase over here didn't happen for no reason. This is basically saying nourishment is so close, right? But here it is like upside down. So basically, different people in different stages are going to deal with this new start differently. Because even if you're in the most happiest of relationships, you are still going to be embarking on something else, shedding your own things. And then get tested. Okay, let's see what is this test and fears. And I want to see these last two cards together to see what are those tests coming your way. Okay, Scorpio. Tell me these last energies. Fears and outcome. As I said, it's a test. It's something that's currently preventing your joyfulness. So you got friend inversed, reversed, and you got priest. So the goal is happiness, which we kind of seen here in your base cards. But getting to this goal, you need to know who is your friend and who is not your friend, and whom you can trust, who you cannot trust. So this is the priest here, will be somebody really rigid, sticking to the stuff, or this can also mean just like doing something unusual. Maybe you were reliable all your life and now you're just going to just like fly away. But literally, you have to be your own best friend, and it doesn't look like you were your own best friend. And this is your basically commitment to lesson for the week. And lastly, I'm going to give you one of those cards. Scorpio love message for you this week. Here's the first. Oh, isn't this like interesting? Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So Scorpio, on that note, you have your homework. And if you forgot what I put in monthly, please check monthlies as well. So that way you can merge both of this and just move ahead. Thank you very much. And please visit my website and see what kind of reading options are available. Love you and good luck, Scorpio.